Is that they're really fighting? Oh, oh! In the stands.
Whoa, there's actual brawl.
Whoa, there's actual fight going on. Oh, Tyson
Whoa, there you
Daniels.
go.
I haven't seen this much fight in anyone wearing blue and orange in like 30 years.
Oh God.
This is crazy, boys.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, listen, at least one team's giving us a little excitement, right? One blue and orange. One blue and
Man.
orange.
Shout out the Knicks. We about to be up, what, 60?
50 points.
It's about the only New York team that's going to beat up on an Atlanta team this year.
Oh, my God. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the SHEA'P UP podcast on ESB. Ladies and gentlemen, your Mets therapy is now underway. It's your boy Kicking It with KEEF with my fellow co-host, my man Corey Favs, my man Joe Pugliese, and today, Phil from Shirley on Ozempic. Now, it is Enrique from City Fades. Speaking of City Fades, it would have been a great time for me to like line you guys up, right? That would have been awesome. I can't find it. But welcome, Enrique. Welcome to Mets Therapy, brother.
Yes, well needed. Unfortunately, a month into the season, we already need about 10 therapy sessions.
Since it's your first time here, where are you at? Because I kind of know where my brothers here are at, but where are you at, genuinely?
Honestly, the season's over in the sense of like any hopes of there being October baseball. I don't see it. Get me to 500. Get me to watch games in September with the far hopes of getting that last wild card spot, and I'll be happy. And dude, I'm a quarter season ticket holder.
Oh, God bless you. So sorry about that. God bless you.
This is by far one of the worst investments I've ever made in my entire life. And to feel like this in April, dude, like it's rough, dude. Like I can't imagine, like for real. I don't know the last time we've had a start or just walked into a season feeling like this.
Usually it's the opposite. Usually we go into April and we're outperforming the expectations, and then they crash in June. This is bad.
I hate to be like, oh, we shouldn't have got rid of those guys. And at the time, like the Nimmo trade, I wasn't thrilled about. You kind of wanted to make it sense out of it. Alonso was like, oh, he chased the money. In reality, we give Alonso another year. Last year, we probably still have him. And the only reason I bring that up is because if we still had Nimmo and Alonso in this lineup, we could sit here and be like, they're better than this. They're going to break out. There's no way all these guys are slumping all year long at the same time. Even if you had Alonso, you would feel a little bit better, like he'll break out. He's going to hit his 40 and he's going to get his 110. There's nobody to give us that right now.
It's bad.
Yeah, I mean, my problem now is you look at where the team is at. It's not working. It hasn't worked since about mid-June last year. And I'm okay with overturning the roster. The problem is you got rid of some of the live bodies and you've kept the dead bodies in the back of the trunk. I mean, Minaya, Peterson, and Senga are dead bodies. They're dead weight. Vientos is dead weight. Like Beatty, we know is not going to be a star. At least he can play a couple positions, but he's not an everyday player. So the problem I have with the roster turnover is you got rid of the guys with the pulse. You kept all the ones without the pulse. And so now I'm sitting here, I'm watching this team at 10-21, and I say, what's the point of keeping those bodies in the trunk? Like you want to be stopped. Like at this point you want to go to jail for keeping them there instead of burying them out back. And I hate to be a cruel metaphor, but what's the point? Why Senga's on the IL, so we got Christian Scott up. Why is Peterson on the team anymore? What's the point? You're not re-signing him as a free agent. You're not getting for anything for him at the deadline. What's the point? Send him packing and bring up Tong. I'd rather watch Tong struggle.
That's true. There's a higher upside, at least.
There's a chance, and it gives me something to root for. Why am I watching Vientos play? Bring up Clifford. If Clifford strikes out 250 times, at least I'll root for the kid to be successful. At this point, I'm rooting for Vientos to do worse so I can get him out of here. I'm sick of looking at him.
At least with Vientos, just let him play full time for some time to really figure out what do we got here. You can't have a 25 platoon roster with Lindor and Soto being the only two guys you got, where you're locked in every day.
Vientos has been playing for a few years.
The Dodgers have their platoon guys. The Dodgers, they do it, but there's like in reality, they have like 2-3 positions that they're doing that at. Everywhere else, you got your Freddie Freeman, you got your Betts, you got your Pajes, you got your Muncy at third. Like, you have your positions locked down, and you have, maybe they'll have their center fielder platooning with the young guy who in 2 years is taking over the league. There's
You're talking about one of the best organization in baseball. Comparing the Mets to that
but that's who they wanted to mirror. That's who they told us they were going to mirror. But
they have done nothing of
nothing. Nothing.
So we got to stop doing that though. We only hurt on ourselves. This is the Angels. We're talking about East Coast Angels, right?
Yeah.
It's not Mendoza's fault, but he's got to go.
No, Mendoza's got to go.
He's a dead man walking, and you can't turn over all these players in April when you got 130 games left to play. The manager's got to eat it. The Red Sox did it, and the Phillies did it. Whether that turns them around is yet to be seen. But Mendoza's clearly not right in the ship. The ship's taking on water. It doesn't matter who the captain is. You've already hit the iceberg. All right. Yeah. So if the captain is the first one to drown or the last one to drown, he's drowning.
Yeah.
So the idea of keeping him around, put him out of his misery. Go off a core or whatever he wants, whether he decides to come here or not, who cares? All right. If you write a blank check and tell Cora, whenever you're ready, you come.
I would never do that.
But you can't.
Why would you write a blank check for a team that? Why would he want to? Writing blank checks has got us into this mess.
Yeah. That's what the Knicks did with Phil Jackson.
It doesn't count against KEEF.
But then if he does bad and we got to get rid of him, we got to pay him.
It's chump change. It doesn't count against your luck.
But at some point, the chump change is that's going to add up.
We're paying to fix everything. Like, we got to stop thinking, let's just throw money.
We're paying Nimmo and McNeil to play on different teams right now because it was chump change.
But again, the manager doesn't count against your luxury tax. It doesn't count against.
Who cares? But why would? But he would only want to come here because of money. Forget about the tax.
But Keefe, is Cora a top 5 manager in the sport?
Not what I'm talking about. Stop changing the narrative. Got nothing to do with it. I know he's a top 5 manager. Why would you want to just throw money to get someone here? That doesn't mean they want to be here.
I want a top 5 manager running.
That doesn't mean he will do.
Nah, it's their problem's more managerial. Because they changed.
You wanted Schoolboy. You think you still getting Schoolboy, brother?
School's not coming here for
Not coming. This shit is garbage. Why? So why would Cora come here unless you got to overpay by the moon? That's stupid.
The only
That's
thing I'm
not
paying
baseball.
for now is
That's not how you do winning baseball, brother.
Look, this is a whole reset right now. That's what this is.
Thank you.
Stearns came in here to reset. He gave him the money to Soto. In reality, Soto's a 5-year deal. The only way they extend Soto is if he gives us 3 MVP seasons, and that ain't happening.
No, it's not.
We got to keep in mind he's got that opt out, and
that's
right now
he's a 5-year deal.
There's no reason to opt in right now.
He ain't gonna opt in. He'd be a fool to opt in.
Can cancel that out, but I'm not. Again, the point is, if it is a reset, that's fine. But the problem is, if it's a reset, why not admit it straight up and
you have to sell tickets. You have to sell tickets.
They believe in the team. Like they gotta fill the stadium.
But Peterson, Senga, and Vientos aren't selling a single ticket. Cutting them does not hurt you in the least. They're dragging the team.
Yeah, but replacing them with what?
Kids. Well, Christian Scott's already replaced Senga. I will take whether it's Wenninger, whether it's Tong. I'd rather watch them pitch. I'll tell you the solution to both the starter problem and the closer problem right now. And I don't know which one is more important to put him in that role. Tobias Myers is the solution to both the starter problem and the closer problem. He has the talent to either be a starter in this rotation or be your closer. I don't know which one is more, which one we need worse.
Yeah, but don't you see the problem is Devin Williams was coming in to close today's game with the lead.
Yeah.
They're not steering away from whatever they got going on. They're doubling down on that shit right now.
They paid him.
They're gonna,
But how are you gonna bring them in, dude? Like,
because they don't want to. They'll tell you. You know what they'll tell you? He hasn't pitched in X amount of days. He needs work. That's what they'll tell you. That's the bullshit. I agree. No, I agree.
I don't.
And it's not the coaching. It's not the coaching. That they have some type of organizational hitting approach that's going on right now because they changed the whole hitting and you see the same bullshit at bats. Sorry for cursing. You see the same crap at bats.
I think it's worse.
As we did. Maybe even worse so far this year.
I truly think it's worse. I haven't seen anybody really work a count.
No one works counts besides Soto.
The only one. And Soto's the only one hitting because Soto doesn't have to listen to anybody.
He's not playing what? Soto's the only one hitting, and MJ Melendez. We're taking Melendez
and then
out
let's
of the game,
pinch,
the biggest at bat.
And we're gonna pinch hit for him for a guy we picked off of waivers yesterday.
And that
was. Oh. I was all for Mendoza, not his fault. But after today, with that, like, nah, you're just clueless right now, dude. You're clueless.
Was the biggest thing in today's game.
You have to make that decision. You are so clueless to what's going on in front of you, and just following an analytical script that it's gonna fail. It's gonna fail.
That's why I think my bad, Corey. Whoever's in that dugout is gonna fail. But go ahead, Corey. I apologize.
No, listen. I was just gonna say, at some point in time, I don't know when they're going to cut bait. I don't know when they're going to cut bait with the players. I don't know when they're going to cut bait with the manager. Ultimately, time will tell. But I do know at some point, you guys out there are going to need to cut your hair. And that's why we recommend City Fades Barbershop out in the Tottenville section of Staten Island, New York. And we are joined by City Fades' very own Enrique in the house tonight. For the new viewers joining in now, up to 90 and growing. Enrique is from City Fades. And Enrique, thank you again for joining us tonight. I wish it was for better vibes, but it's always a good time having you here with us.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I would love to say like, there's really no upside, dude. There's no upside. Even if we had Lindor healthy right now, there's no.
He wasn't changing anything. He's not.
No. I believe in Bichette at the end of the season. We'll be fine. But
Bichette,
Beatty, Vientos,
Soto's
bench,
fine.
not bench, Alvarez. And I was a huge Alvarez supporter, love the kid. But he's just not it. He's just
He sucks too, bro.
unfortunately
He
it's
sucks.
just
And
whatever.
He's-
the problem with Alvarez too. Anytime you put him above 7th in the lineup, the guy then becomes an automatic out, an automatic
Yeah,
ground ball
just-
machine. When you put him at 8
leader
or
in
9,
pass balls.
good.
Like his pass
Yeah.
ball yesterday was. He's gone backwards in my
Focus
opinion.
on make. He's not going to be an elite offensive player like they thought he was. Focus on making him an average catcher, and I can live with him. All right, because at the end of the day, he's a catcher. I said this to the Yankee fans who lost him else. At the end of the day, he's a catcher. If you are pointing your offensive problems to the catcher position, you're screwed from the beginning.
Can't catch though.
Yeah, but
Well,
if
that's the
you're
thing.
trying to win a championship, every championship team has a catcher.
My bigger issue is Semien looks absolutely cooked.
Yeah.
He stinks. They have no answer. Listen, Robert had a good first 2 weeks.
Yep.
At the end of the day, this guy
Trade him.
this guy is not it. He can't stay healthy. It doesn't matter the team. It doesn't matter the training program you put him on. He has immense talent. He has no consistency. He's not worth anything. I think Benj is going to be fine. He's shown some life in his bat the last week. I like the kid. He hustles. He tries hard. He's going to figure it out. He's a young player. But outside Soto, Lindor, Bichette, the rest of the team, there's nothing left to the team. There's nobody on this team with a pulse. And I don't know where you get it from. AJ Ewan is not ready. Clifford is inconsistent down in the minors. I don't know if he's ready. Reimer's not ready. You're a year away from all three of those guys being a part of your team, and the guys you have here are dead weight. Shit, you know what? Why don't we call up Wilmer Flores? What's he doing? He's playing.
I mean, David Stearns
When
loves
do we
picking
put
up
the-
garbage
when-
right
when
now.
do we really start calling for
Vientos
David
to bring
Stearns' head, though?
Flores. At least the fans will.
I've been calling. I think he's a terrible president of baseball operations. I think
Like,
he's awful.
this
He's
is
terrible. He's awful. There's
This
nothing
is
he's
horrible.
done
Nothing.
other than Clay Holmes. He's done nothing, and Luis Torrens. He's
It's a shame. Holmes is gonna opt out.
cool about the farm. The farm's cool. I genuinely don't give a shit about the farm. I think this is, and it's horribly ran because you guys mentioned Crimson Sky earlier. He came up for an inning. Let him work out of it.
Yeah.
He didn't even throw like 30 pitches.
Correct.
What the fuck was that?
You're playing
Yeah,
desperate
okay.
baseball.
He had 5 walks and
Yeah.
a hit by a pitch and 4 outs.
So then every time he gets into trouble, they're not going to let him pitch.
No, but there's a limit of effectiveness. He couldn't throw a strike.
I hear you, but that's bullshit when you see David Peterson and fucking Senga.
I agree, and at this point, Scott, I go with Scott the rest of the way.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. I'm not the first start. I'm gonna say I watching the game. He had to come out of that game. He had no idea. He had no idea where the plate is, and that's fine. It's his first major league start in a year and a half. I get it. He had the jitters.
I think that was more of a reason you should have let him at least start a second inning.
Yeah, but for that, have an opener and then let him come in. Like, isn't
Well,
this what this guy does? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't like this. It's like he's smarter. You're trying to change you can't change the game, bro. Every team that wins the championship plays baseball the way it's supposed to be played. Solid defense, speed on bases, put the ball in play.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it. None of this opener 5 innings. He can't see you third time around in the lineup. Like, no, you need at least 1 or 2 horses at the top of your lineup. Your worth starter. Yeah, that's your guy you want going at least 5 innings, not your opener and hoping that the script goes fine today. Like this whole trying to reinvent baseball, I hate it. I can't take it. It has not worked. Not one team has won a World Series trying this style of baseball.
I know. Listen,
It's been going on for at least 10 years now.
You're right. You're right. And if you need to, and the thing is too, like the Mets right now, again, before the Senga injury, you had a couple of pitchers that kind of needed an opener. Peterson had an opener. He actually did okay when he had the opener too. Senga might need an opener. If you need one opener, let alone multiple like the Mets, you're in a bad way, man.
Bad
You're in a
spot.
bad way.
Do you guys listen to the post games? Does anybody here listen?
I actually
They-
listen to
they
Senga
have-
crap every
just for the
day.
hell of it. I listened today.
Hold on, Enrique. They literally have praised the fact that these starters are doing this. They have literally gone out of their way to tell you and everybody else. It's amazing that they could come out of the bullpen and give you 2-3. Like, bro, what? These people are literally they think you're an idiot. They think you're an idiot, and they think you're an idiot. That's what it is.
It's good in a pinch. If you have to do it regularly, there's a bigger problem. That's the big thing.
The problem
That's the big
is,
thing.
I don't expect the back end of the rotation to be excellent pitchers, but I expect them to keep you in ball games, and they're not even doing that, which is a shame because the rotation as a whole, Holmes and McLean look legit, right? Like Holmes and McLean, you can win with those two guys at the top of your rotation. I know Freddie Peralta's kind of been a little up and down. I know the Met fans aren't being particularly patient with him.
He was good today, I thought. I thought he was good today.
He's been fine, and if he didn't have his own throwing error, today,
he made his own boo boo, but
he would have been
quality
fine.
start. I mean, the least he could have done was that.
You can win with those three guys at the rotation. The problem is Senga and Peterson and Minaya are non-competitive. You lose the game before you're in the third inning. You can't function like that when your team's not scoring. All right.
I was gonna say I'm trading Peralta at the deadline if this continues.
But then how? That's another failed. That's Stearns. You traded two top prospects for 2 months, 3 months of a starter who in reality hasn't even today was his first time past the fifth.
Yep, I agree, but I think that's the only way to make this better because unless you overpay him, he ain't coming back.
Also, here's another thing, right? Why is Freddie Peralta not go seventh inning today? No.
It's the same thing.
He's at 90 pitches.
I said the same thing.
90 pitches.
I said the same
thing. Five-inning Freddie already got his extra.
Joe, I'll do you one better, Joe. Why is it no matter what the situation is, Joe, every time he's pulled, Brazaban is the guy. No matter they matched them up all the time. It doesn't matter what Peralta does.
Rarely today. I thought it was
it was. I could be. I could have sworn it was Brazaban then Raley, but I could be wrong.
No, I think they went to Raley today.
I think it went Raley Weaver.
Before it's always Brazaban.
Weaver's blowing it anyway. I trust Raley much more than Weaver.
I think Raley's our best fucking pitcher, bro.
Raley
he is.
I think all around, other than McLean, Raley's the fucking man.
But this guy gave us. Look at the bullpen he put together, and then we couldn't find not one arm out of our system to come up and just shut down guys. There's not one arm that they have. What happened to the kid last year that they brought up at the end and then didn't pitch him?
Pintaro, Alex. Pintaro? Carrillo.
No, Pintaro is a starter. It's Dylan Ross and Ryan Lambert.
Ross.
Ross, I think, will be the first guy up, and he throws hard. And Lambert, the problem with Lambert is he has about 7 ERA right now in Syracuse.
Bring in Winiger. Isn't Winiger doing well?
Lambert's got a 70 grade fastball. Those two need again. If Williams and Weaver continue to struggle, those two kids need to be up. And
Williams cannot see a ninth inning again, dude.
Well, I'll ask you guys this. Who's the closer for this team right now?
I'd rather see Luke Weaver than Devin Williams. But are you even in position to close games?
If I give you a choice between...
I'd go Brooks Raley.
I agree. I don't think they want him closing against righties. I think that's what it comes down to. Here's my question, and this goes back to my question earlier. Would you rather have Tobias Myers in a late inning role, or do you want to stretch him out as a starter?
I would have him as a starter. I think our back end of this rotation is really bad. I would rather him in the back end.
I lean back into the pen only because I feel like there's I know I was about to say there's a couple of arms you can call up, but those couple of arms calling up aren't doing that good either.
You see what Jonah Tong is doing? Holy shit!
Yeah.
We don't want to get into that conversation.
I know.
It's sad to like that's even your option right now.
Yeah, I know.
Because you have.
See, I like Myers. I think he's good. I think he's gonna. I think he could. He's got the potential.
Let me ask you a question, Joe. And that's fine. I don't think your idea is bad at all.
Mhm.
How many true opportunities you think this team is gonna have to truly close games the way they've been pitching, though?
He'll get enough. He'll get enough.
Okay.
With Holmes.
With this lineup giving a lead, you think
Holmes and McLean are going to keep Holmes, McLean, and Peralta are going to keep you in enough games.
So what you do with $51 million Devin Williams? I know.
He's got to be.
What do we do with $22 million Luke Weaver? What do we do with that $70 million relief duo?
The one thing with Weaver, because I think Weaver's a 2-year deal. If he could stabilize and the Mets need a lot of money, maybe you could offload him. Not offloading Devin Williams. He's with you. He's locked in. Weaver, you got a shot. I'll say one more thing, too, going back to Tobias Myers real quick, because I took a look. I just want to confirm exactly his contract. He's still pre-arbitration. So, actually, looking at that, now I'm all for moving the rotation. I thought he had like 1 year left. He's pre-armed. Throw him in the rotation. Why not stretch him out? Especially if you lose Holmes.
I will tell you this right now. Tobias Myers will end up being the best part of that trade for the Mets.
Yeah, that I agree with.
Like Trevor Williams did. Same shit.
Kid's got talent. Kid can pitch.
Nah, he's legit.
Yeah, 100%.
He reminds me of a lot, like with that whole Trevor Williams, Javi Bias situation. You know, like how Trevor Williams.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he's way better than Trevor Williams.
Yeah,
it just depends too. We got to see. I mean, I agree. When you're comparing Peralta and Myers is the better long-term piece of the Mets. He's going to be the biggest piece of that deal that they got. It just depends. And going back to your point earlier, Keith, if the Mets do continue this trajectory, and it's hard to see them reversing it right now, and they trade Peralta, you get a couple pieces back, maybe you do get a nice return. I don't know what the return could be, but the trade deadline, you get a desperate enough team that they might cough up a prospect or two.
I'm trading Peralta. I'm trading, if I could get something for Robert, I'm trading him. I'm trading everybody who got like a one. The only one you're stuck, truly stuck with is Bichette. Bichette, you can't.
He's going to opt in.
He's going to opt in.
Well, he can opt out.
Clay Holmes is I'm telling you, you dangle Clay Holmes in front of a real baseball, a playoff team, you getting serious shit in return.
Yeah.
That's a nice
but I don't know, man. Davis, I don't even trust Davis Stearns to go buy milk.
That's what I'm saying. Like for what we got last year, for what he did last year,
that trade deadline was
in a deadline where you're one of the best teams in the league.
Yep.
Clay Holmes to the Yankees, I would do it. What's up? What y'all got?
No, the Yankees aren't.
Nah, Yankees wouldn't even need that.
Hey man, I don't care who we give.
Clay Holmes.
I don't even care. I just
know.
Man,
at this point,
and David Peterson, they're gonna have to figure this shit out because I feel like they love to piggyback them and it doesn't work. The Kodai Senga thing, like Joe said, cut him, get rid of him.
I don't think we see Senga ever again.
He is not. If he has a cramp on his finger, he's out 3 months. That guy sucks. That guy sucks.
Game too.
He can't pitch unless everything's in sync and little thing is off. Oh, my slight mechanic is no good. And it's like, then he's hurt for a month. I don't think we see Senga again start a game for the Mets.
I have where I'm frustrated is that again, all you gentlemen are not wrong. You're all right at the end of the day. We call bicker back and forth. It's that when these decisions are made over the past year and a half, they have more than, and there's like a 90% hit rate where it's hurt the organization And I'm wondering why are these like why is Austin Slater here? Why is was it Justin Wagaman, whatever his name is?
Right.
What is the end goal with this? Does he want to tank this team? Does he want like what is the Tommy Pham thing? $3 million for 13 at bats.
Ridiculous.
Just the fact that you even brought him back.
Logic behind this, bro. For that, you call up Christian Pache or something like that. Like I don't understand. There's no baseball logic here, and I just don't get like that. Hey, let's fire Mendoza. Yeah, let's fire him. He sucks. He's an idiot. Yeah. But for what end game when this guy upstairs is bringing off ESB rejects to fucking go play on the fucking roster?
I honestly think Mendoza's. I think Mendoza is going to be here all year, no matter what.
He's a dead man walking regardless. So why fire a dead man when you are
the fact that they took his whole coaching staff and kept him didn't make sense.
Brother, he got nothing after this year. They might as well keep him there because the players like him.
Right.
And if they're gonna suck, you know what? The blame is gonna fall on him at the end of the year. And David Stearns can say, "Oh, it was bad from the beginning."
No, there's to fire him would be like there's talent on this team and they're not playing right. This team sucks. Unfortunately,
my issue is it's the same culprits as last year. Right? Like it's the same people. And so I can't see a team reach the full potential when it's the same 4 guys from last year that are dragging the team down. And I'm sure the rest of the team that does their job is saying, why are we still starting these guys when they're we got rid of 4 guys from last year that did their job. We could debate all we want on how well they did their job. You know, we could debate McNeil all we want. McNeil gave a shit.
Yes.
We could say maybe he gave too much of a shit, right?
We need that.
Fight his teammates kind of shit. But right now, I need a little McNeil. I need somebody to slam their bat and look like they fucking care.
Yep.
Now what they need right now, they need somebody to just plunk somebody, start a fight.
Well, how about
this team fighting?
Legit, because
go out and argue something stupid.
Yeah, like go get thrown out of a ball game. Like do some. You know what I'm saying? Like how have you not getting thrown out of a ball game during that 12-game losing streak?
This organization that's not built like that, gentlemen. This organization
that's my problem. Like
we love each other. Let me ask you a question. I asked these gentlemen this a few weeks ago.
So what were the Mondani Mets here?
Well, you could call them that. That's fine. You what would you say if Freddie Peralta, right, tells everybody we love each other? Freddie Peralta's been here 5 minutes. How could you love these guys? You ain't been here no more than a month.
I know.
What is
Simeon was supposed to be a leader?
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And let me tell you, if anybody, it feels like if anybody has any back talk, like they can't do it or something because no one talks bad. No one has back talk. No one has any. Tommy Pham was here and everybody's, oh, finally you can shape up. He didn't say a fucking thing. He didn't do shit. What the hell was that? What was that's like? I don't know what David Stearns was. I need to know what David Stearns was thinking with that. I have to know. Doesn't make.
I didn't like that from day one. I didn't get the Tommy Pham thing. He trash talked the team on the way.
Right. That's being like so tone deaf, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's signing a guy because the spreadsheet tells you to without thinking about how the person, who the person is behind that. And again, I'm not saying Tommy Pham is causing an issue, but he trashed the team on the way out the door. Half that team is still here, whether you think so or not. Lindor is still here. Beatty and Vientos and Alvarez were still here. Like, you don't think like they felt some kind of way about that, whether that he meant them or not? I just never understood why you would bring that person back into your clubhouse. And then on a minor league deal, he went 0 for 13. Like, he's not doing anything for you. I think you need to. I'll tell you this. Here's my plan, right? Senga's on the IL, so he's technically on the roster until he comes back. You're not going to cut him while he's on the IL. You cut Peterson. Christian Scott has his spot in the rotation, or Christian Scott has Senga's spot in the rotation. You cut Peterson, Myers has his spot in the rotation. Senga's your swing man, not Senga. Manaya's your swing man, no matter what you say. Bring up Ross, let him try and work his way towards the back end of the bullpen, and hopefully AJ Minter comes back and gives you something else that you can use back there. You cut Vientos. I'm done looking at him until Robert and Polanco come back. You really don't have much choices on the infield. I mean, here's the problem: is I could call up Clifford all I want. It's not really going to help much. Go out and sign Wilmer Flores. At least he'll put some butts in the seats who want to see the guy back. And Wilmer Flores cares. He gives a shit.
Was O'Hearn.
Is it going to make the difference in any games? No, but you know what? You're bringing in somebody who's going to be thankful to have a job. Unlike Vientos, where I question whether or not he wants to play baseball.
It would give fans something to look forward to, like you said. And I'll tell you what, Joe,
there's no fix in the outfield until Soto can play the field, and you're just not going to do it because you can't. You don't have enough warm bodies to replace all three outfield positions, right? So, until Soto can play left field again, you're going to have Taylor has to play. You replace him with Pache, you can replace him with this, but Taylor's the next guy to go. And I know it's not – Taylor's a fourth or fifth outfielder. He's the last guy off the bench. But he can't be starting games. They have no choice, but that's the reality of the situation. He just can't start. He's not good enough. So the three guys you got to cut immediately are Peterson, Vientos. Senga's gone for now, but the second he comes back, he's got to go. And if Minaya wasn't making $25 million, I'd cut him too.
Yep.
He should be cut anyway, but I cut him too.
Yeah. Listen, I don't disagree.
They're going to sign Randall Grichuk in 24 hours, brother.
Oh, God. Yeah, because we'll sign him just for him to be the next one to get cut. But again, just a reminder for the fans here joining in tonight, 151 strong and still growing. Appreciate the turnout here. But again, we've been doing a lot of talk about cutting players from the team. How about some talk about cutting hair? We are joined here tonight by Enrique at City Fades Barbershop and SMP in the Tottenville section of Staten Island, New York, specifically on Main Street in Staten Island. You can go ahead and give them a look out at cityfades.com. You can follow them on Instagram as well. And we are joined here tonight by City Fades' very own Enrique. We've been doing a lot of Mets talk, Enrique, and glad to have you here talking Mets. I want to take a couple minutes here, talk about City Fades, about the shop, just about the vibes at the shop, what got you into it, what differentiates you. I just want to give you the platform for a few minutes here to give a shout out to yourself and City Fades.
Oh, thank you. So City Fades, I've been around 3 years now. I've been a barber 15 years. We're a barbershop and SMP. SMP is scalp micropigmentation. So for those who suffer from hair loss or alopecia or scars, we can help you out there with replicating hair follicles to make you look like you have hair. If you're bald, fill in some bald spots. I used to be bald. As you can see, I have a nice hairline due to SMP. But yeah, we're down here in Tottenville section of Tottenville. Just try to keep it like that old school barbershop vibe, where everybody's welcomed. I'm always trying to help out in the community. Right now, we actually have a Cut It Forward program where people donate money towards a haircut for veterans. So we give veterans a free haircut. And you can check that out at the South Shore Community Food Pantry. They got a Instagram. If you want to donate, all the info is on there. Or you can go to our Instagram at City Fades Barbershop, and we have our informations up on there too to donate. And that's really it, man. Always just trying to give back. It's what being a barber is all about.
That's it. And listen, when we were there, Rich and myself were there with Enrique and team back in March. We were doing the WBC watch along party at City Fades. We had a great time. Had some food.
Yeah,
had some
we're
drinks,
actually going to be doing a 9/11 9/11 watch party Met Yankee game, so look out for that.
100%. Definitely recommend it. Again, for those of you in the area or not far away want to come, it's a great time. We had a blast doing the WBC one and the 9/11 one. Now, especially that we got the kinks out of a first episode live, and it worked out great.
Yeah.
The second one will be
I'm
even
looking
better.
forward to that one. Should be a good time.
Yeah, 100%, without a doubt. But yeah, Enrique, always love having you on and talking sports. But we still got a little bit of show left too. It's unfortunate we got a little bit of show. I don't know how much season. I don't know how much Mets season we got left, guys.
This is so bad, bro.
It's unbelievable.
This is like, if you would have told me this was gonna happen, I would have been like, nah, no way.
Yep, I know, it's insane.
But I think we really need to like. If we really look back at 24 and how it started with Mendoza, I feel like the signs have been there since day one.
Mm-hmm. I have a theory about 24. He didn't have to do
For
much
whatever,
managing.
it wasn't Mendoza who turned that team around in 24.
Nope, veterans in the locker room.
That was Jose Iglesias and JD Martinez that walked in and said, "Yo, we got ballers in here. We don't figure this shit out. Like, it's crazy."
I don't think Stearns expected that team to compete, and that
he didn't.
I think
he didn't.
I think he expected to come in, have an evaluation year, and his plan was to tear it down to the studs from day one. And
I agree, and that's what it.
And I said this before. Here's the one thing, right? Do you know, since Pete Alonso came up in 2019, who is the second most WAR of any Met prospect that has been called to the majors? Do you know who the number 2 is?
Since 2019.
Since 2019. Since Alonso's debut, who is the second most valuable prospect the Mets have brought up?
Well, I bet you it's someone else. It might be Vientos.
I was gonna say
it is David Peterson.
Actually, all right, that makes sense.
But here's the thing, and I understand Stearns is getting heat, and deservedly so for some of the moves, but this farm has produced nothing to work with at all since Alonso came up in 19. They have had 8 GMs. And think about, Alonso was Alderson's last guy. It was Alderson's guy. Everyone since, not a single person. Not McLean now is Epler's guy, but Epler had him as a two-way player. Epler
wasn't even supposed to be like this.
Trying to be Ohtani. That's you want to talk about why the Mets are in this situation. The farm has produced no one of note.
And the guys they have brought up have not panned. Dude, we've had 4 or 5 number 1 MLB prospects: Rosario, Dom Smith, Alvarez, and Mauricio.
Well,
we're all top 5 MLB prospects. You're not one of them has even came close to living up to that expectation.
What, 2017? They brought him up?
He was 2016, 17.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna shut it. I'm gonna
Conforto. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because McNeil came up right before
Alonso. Right.
Nimmo was up before Alonso. So they had productive players that the farm was producing one way or another, whether they were as productive as you want. They have produced nobody, not a single person. McLean is the first one that looks like he's going to be something. Benj, we're going to find out, but nobody else has been produced by the farm. Not a single person. You can even listen. People are lighting up the trades because Carlos Cortez is off to a good start and Jeremiah Jackson in a grand slam set. But you could go back to even the trades. There's not that many productive players that we've traded away. or if they are, they're marginally productive.
Yeah, the only trade we can really be upset about at this point is the PCA.
Correct. Yeah, and even PCA's had it's
Oh,
off
that
to
was-
an awful
right.
start.
Right. And that's off of just one season. So
Yep. I know.
You know,
It's a shame. It's a shame.
I don't
But yeah,
know.
it's not.
It's
And
just
when it, yes.
if
When it
we-
comes to pitching prospects, I trust them with pitching prospects. They seem to always churn out some pitchers. McLean's another great example. Great, but offense, they cannot churn out successful offensive talent from the minors. They never. I don't know if they've done it. Joe, you were saying since Pete Alonso.
someone's
Before
TV.
Pete Alonso, I mean, we mentioned Rosario. He didn't pan out. Are we really going to have to go all the way back to like David Wright and Jose Reyes? Like who came between that? Like
No
what
one.
big
Conforto.
prospects? Conforto, yeah,
Conforto.
sure.
Murphy.
You really gonna give that?
Murphy.
Murphy, Duda, yeah.
No,
But-
but again, and they weren't all superstars, but they were productive. The problem is everybody the Farmers produced in the last 7 years has not even been productive.
right.
They're not
That's the
productive
problem.
Major league players, and there's nothing to fall back on because it's bare, right?
Yeah.
Like again, I think this is part of the thing. He's waiting for the next wave to come, and we're just starting to get the first signs of that with McLean and Benj. He traded away Sprout and Williams. They would have Williams be up by now if he was still on the team.
Oh, 100%.
But
yeah.
there's the guys behind him are a year away. Ewing I could see come up by the All-Star break if he just kills it in AAA, right? Like if he's killing it in AAA, I could see him coming up. Reimer's not coming up until next year. Clifford may be a late season call up if he gets his act together, but they're a long ways away from having several guys ready to go. Morabito is an interesting player. I don't think he's going to be a star. I would call him up right now. I don't know why they didn't. He's on the 40 man.
But there's
I
no
know, you
proof
don't even
that
have to
they're going to
move from that
develop
standpoint.
these guys.
Well, there is not because you have no history of it.
That's
And
what
so
I'm
the
saying.
question-
So, like,
the
yeah,
question
we
is,
can have
can
all
Stearns
these
develop
talent,
these guys?
but
The question is, can Stearns develop these guys? That's what it's supposed to be his bread and butter, is building a farm system. He hasn't had much time to do it. 2 years is not a lot in building a farm. So the question is, when do we start seeing those returns? Benj and McLean are the first ones. If those guys are the first and there's 4 or 5 guys after that, we'll be in good shape. If
Different
there's
story.
not, if we have a repeat of what we've had the last 6 years, you're shit out of luck.
Yeah,
but if you're getting
100%.
real talent, Benj, real talent goes through the system 2-3 years max.
Yeah, to a
Yeah.
point.
Real talent that comes up is only
Benj
in the
wa-
minors at this point. 3 years max.
Benj was his first draft pick. I mean, Benj was drafted in
So,
2024. So,
We'll see what he can do there, but
Yeah.
the kid Pena, who was an international,
he looks
free agent
he's crushing it right now.
He's killing the ball in single A, but he's 4 years away, 3 years away. Unless he just hockey sticks Ewan is the one, right? Ewan is hockey stick, as we call it. He has moved up quick because I think he started last year either in low A ball,
Yeah.
and he's up
But
to
that's what
AAA.
you want. That's what you want.
Correct, but you need time for that to occur, and in prospect time, he hasn't been here long enough for those prospects to develop. I give him the credit for McLean. I know Epler drafted him, but he's the one who said, "No, you're not a hitter. You're a pitcher. You're going to stick to pitching. You're going to figure that out." But after that, the rest of the guys, you got to start producing guys.
So you're still okay with Stearns running the ship, is what I'm getting.
I have to be because I can't fire another GM 3 years into his tenure.
So if this season continues, you're okay with keeping Stearns?
I have to keep him.
All I know
I
is,
I don't disagree or agree.
That's
I
all
mean,
I know.
My
is,
problem is, like I said, we've had 8 different guys in that.
No, I
show
know.
since
I know.
2018. It is a miracle that the organization has even been competitive the last 5 years.
Yeah.
That no team with that turnover in the GM office ever competes. You could go look up every historical reference you want. If you have 8 GMs in 10 years, you're not a competitive team.
That's
That's
a fair. That's very fair. It's a fair point.
So,
Yep.
All
I know, Keefe, I know you're going to agree with this one, but all I know is when it comes to New York Metropolitans, we went from pitching lab to a meth lab at Citi Field.
That's exactly right. Get rid of everybody. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure to listen to this walk down memory lane. Don't forget, this week, if you want to listen to more Mets content tomorrow, 2 p.m., you can listen to Queens Boulevard on the X app with Phil from Shirley. During the week, you can take a look, especially on Mondays for the ESB show at 8 p.m. They follow it up with an awesome show, Extra Innings, at 9:30. And during the week, they have a Yankee show at 1 p.m. from Monday through Thursday. And one of the more interesting shows is The Clubhouse, held by Sierra. She does a great job on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. So check out The Clubhouse if you are a Yankee fan. Ladies and gentlemen, also do not forget, go check out City Fades. They are awesome. You got the guy here, shoot him a message, ask him what's up, what services. There's the website right there. They do great work. I love the logo, by the way. It's awesome. It's really, really, really nice logo. And yeah, gentlemen, any final thoughts before we can be free of this conversation?
No, pleasure. Thanks for having me, guys. Really appreciate it.
I appreciate you having you, Enrique. And all I can say now is let's go Knicks. At least we got something to root for.
Yeah, up by 50-49.
Let's go Knicks. All right, guys. You have a good night.
Later.
Later.